Hi guys, if you're here, welcome to If You're Trades, where we talk about technical analysis not as a tool for prediction but as a tool to help you manage your profit and your losses. And in today's video we're going to be including fundamental analysis. Yay! And to help us with that, we are going to be looking at Ellah Lakes, right? So we're going to look at Ellah Lakes technically, and we're also going to use this tool called Finteqpro to look at Ellah Lakes fundamentally also. So if it's something of interest to you, stay around to the very end. But before then, make sure you're following me on my socials, on my trading view on Twitter, and you know also that if you click on this link, it takes you to my offerings, which is what you have over here. All right, so let's just move right straight into it. All right, so this is a chart for Ellah Lakes, right? Current price is 8.4, and but before then, I want to tell you 3 reasons why I'm interested in buying Ellah Lakes, especially right now. Okay, so the very first reason is right here: follow the money. So you can see this upward arrow right over here. It's telling you that money flow is entering into positive flow. That's what this chart tells you here. Money flow, positive flow. So it's entered into positive territory. If you followed my last video on Ellah Lakes, right, I was concerned that money flow had entered into negative territory because I saw this arrow going downwards. And yes, I was right to be concerned, because since then prices has only gone downwards. But now we have a reverse of the situation and money flow is back in positivity, and so we're expecting that most likely prices will move upwards. And you know, you always have to look left for technical analysis. Where has this happened before? So we have right here when money flow turned positive before this positive wave of money flow. That coincides with somewhere here, and you can see how prices went upwards, right? And then the other places right around here where money flow went positive, and it coincides with somewhere around here, and since here prices went upwards. So my expectation is that if that is the case, this should also go upwards. Okay, so the second reason why I'm optimistic about Ellah Lakes technically is this divergence right here. So what does divergence mean? So invariably a divergence just means that price action is doing one thing and then an oscillatory component is doing another thing. So we were using money wave as an oscillatory component, and you can see it going upwards, whereas prices is going downwards. So something is lying, and in most of the cases it's always price. So most likely, if price bullish divergences always play out 70 to 80% of the time, and so I expect that prices will go up because of this lack of correlation, price action going down and then positive and then money flow going upwards. So something is lying, and most likely it is price action, and so expect prices to go up. The third reason why I feel technically prices can go upwards. Now, when I go into Ellah Lakes just around here when prices were under 4 naira per share, right, and I got into it in an area of accumulation where nobody was interested, and it does look like, judging from this box that I created here, we are back in accumulation. So now you must also know, if you follow me for any length of time, that sometimes accumulation and distribution look the same way, they look alike. So is it possible that prices can go down? It remains to be seen, but I think that because we're in positive money flow, most likely prices will go upwards. So in this consolidation, prices has not gone above 9 naira per share since June. So we have June, July, August, almost 3 months. Prices have not gone above 9 naira. It has stayed between 8 naira and 9 naira for almost 3 months. So something has to happen. All right, so those are the 3 reasons why I expect Ellah Lakes to move upwards, and technically based on that, here is how high I expect. So if you go to the highest and then the lowest for Fibonacci replacements or retracements rather, I expect prices to go as high as here. Assuming we have a very robust movement upwards, we should see prices around 25 naira per share. It remains to be seen. Okay, so let's just move straight right into the fundamentals, right? So I'm going to be using this tool, Finteqpro. I created Finteqpro because I didn't want to be reading financial records, financial filings by companies. And so what I do is I feed in verified filing from the company. You can see this is dated July 2026. And then what it does is that it just gives me a breakdown of what it has read, right? And so I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I am interested just fundamentally. All right, so the 3 reasons are these green areas. So the areas in green are areas of interest. Anything in red are places where are risk factors. So we're looking at the opportunities. So a breakdown of the opportunities, what you have over here. And so what is the opportunity? So basically significant revenue trajectory. So the revenue is 533.86 million, and that's what you capture here. It's a growth of 264%, right? And so that's the number 1 reason why I am optimistic about Ellah Lakes fundamentally, because the revenue has risen, you know, year to year. Okay, second reason why I'm interested, if you look, loss narrowing trend at operational level. So it narrowed from 3.84 billion to 782.63 million. That's what you have over here. So what does that even mean? It just means that the losses they had previously, they had reported a loss of 3.84 billion, and now that loss has reduced to 782.63 million. So that's positive for Ellah Lakes. And then the gross profit right here is 342.41. So those are the 3 reasons fundamentally why I'm interested in Ellah Lakes. I'll be interested in buying. Yes, the health score is 2.2 based off of the analysis that has been done by my intelligence finance robot, right? But I'm just going to take this 3 and decide to work with that. I could be wrong, but technically I'm seeing some green light, and fundamentally there's some green lights. This is not such a fantastic score, to be honest. The AI is recommending that I sell, assuming I have it, but no, I'm like, no, the revenue is high, the gross profit is high, operating losses have reduced, and so I'm going to give Ellah Lakes a fighting chance by investing. Okay, so if by any stroke of luck you're interested also in utilizing this tool for fundamental analysis, you can just go to the dashboard. You could just register. It's pretty. You could just register on here, and it's straightforward. It just asks you a couple of questions. It has the free versions and it has the paid version. You can stay on the, let me show you what the pricing is. So you can stay on the free version. The free version allows you to buy credits. You can do pay as you go. You are entitled to 2 credits every single day. But if you are going to stay on the paid version, it gives you 4 credits every single day for a full month. And you also have access to have the reports I have shown you also in PDF. That's what we have over here. You can download it and keep it for your reference. You don't have to read the report. So it converts everything that you have in your financial report into a 3-page report so that you can easily digest it. All right, so did you find this useful? I hope you did. If you didn't find this useful, let me know. But this is what I have for you in this video. We looked at Ellah Lakes technically and fundamentally, and I'm trying to show you reasons why I'm interested in buying. And this is not financial advice. This is just how I'm viewing the market and how the market is of interest to me based off of what I can see. All right, so I'll see you in my very next video.